What up, guys? This is your boy DZD, aka the Drink Kang, Purple World Entertainment, live from the Dungeon Palace Studios once again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. I really appreciate your support. If you're new here and you have not done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification. That way you can join the notification gang and get notified every single time I drop a video on this channel. I got a nice video for you guys today. I was going over with a few of my clients who booked their live video help sessions about sampling and how to make your samples fall nice in a beat, how to get everything nice and good, what do I do, how do I get it done, all that good stuff like that. So I just wanted to take you through a few sampling tips. That way you guys can kind of get an idea of what I do with my samples, all that good stuff. These are just small techniques that I use in my samples. That way you guys can get a good understanding of how to make your samples fall flush inside of your beats. So without saying too much, I want to jump inside the MPC software, pick out a sample, grab something, drop it on the track, and then we'll get to making this beat. Let's do it. All right, people, we are live inside the Dungeon Palace Studios. We are checking out a sample. This is the sample here. Really nice kind of sample, you know, so I'm feeling speeding that up to a nice little tempo. You know, something like that. And then I want to time stretch that. Let's time stretch that. We're going to put this to 32. Time stretch that down to, let's see, probably let's go 169. I don't know, just sounds nice. Let's see what's up with that. Let's go to chop this. We're gonna do regions. There we go. Let's go shift, and then we're gonna convert that to a new program. Do it. All right, there you go. Now we're gonna put this on track 2, the program. Put it on full level. Now, one of the things that you got to keep in mind with your samples is that when I have a nice little sample like this, the reason why I chose the sample is because the samples are already nice. It's already melodic. It's already good. So I don't want to go crazy and chop the sample up too much. So that's the first tip that I want to give you guys. You know, understand your sample. If the sample already has a groove to it, then you could absolutely mess the sample up by trying to do something off the wall with it. You know, because it already has a nice groove. So, you know, bring in your own instrumentation, your own things to kind of do what you want to do with the sample. But keep the sample, you know, pretty much simple the way it is if it has that nice groove. Now, if you're dealing with a sample that has a bunch of weird sounds and a bunch of things, then, you know, make the sample your own and do some crazy stuff with it to get it to fit what you want. When the sample has a nice groove, just keep that tip in mind. Tip number 1. Try and keep the sample as simple as possible when you're flipping it. No need to get all crazy with it. Let's lay these chops down. All right, now that we got the sample laid down, the next tip that I'm going to show you is to get your filtering on point. You guys see me do that a lot of my samples. As soon as I lay the sample down, I go to my track and I grab my EQ. And first thing I do is start filtering. Now this sample has low end already, so you got to listen. Make sure you identify the frequencies that you want to take out. I already know that I want to take out the low end of the sample simply because I want to put some more low end on this sample. And I got an 808, I'm going to drop in all of that. So I'm taking out the low end. There you go. Now I might take out a little bit more. I might go to the mids as well. You know, like over here somewhere to like the mids to like 400. I may do that simply because I may want to put another piano on top or something like that. You have to get your filtering on point. That way you can blend everything well. So that's the next tip. Just filtering, make sure that your filtering is nice. Everything is good with that. And you'll be able to blend your samples in well. All right, I got this plugin in the Avenger VST. I'm sorry, it's patching Avenger VST. It's the house piano. It's one of those normal type of pianos. But the reason why I like it is when you put it in chords. That's nice, really, really nice. You know, so I get to lay some. I like to lay some nice chords behind my samples with some nice authentic style pianos and guitars and stuff like that. So that's the next tip on your samples. Make sure that the instruments that you pick to lay on top of them, they follow the sound of your samples. If your samples have the authentic type of feel, then pick some authentic type of instruments. If your samples have like a retro type feel, pick some retro type of instruments. So make sure you match your instruments with your samples. That way everything flows and everything vibes together. This is what I did with the EQ here. I went on ahead and I cut out the low end of the piano, and then I cut out also the high end. The reason why I cut out the high end is because I want the brightness of the sample to come out. So again, your filtering has to be on point. So I'm gonna play the sample, and then I'm gonna play the piano and let you see how that flows together. See, when I bring this over like this, the brightness of the piano comes out and it kind of overpowers the sample. Check it out. See, that's the brightness of the piano right here. But when I cut it off, watch how the sample shines through. I want you guys out there to tell me if you guys can hear this in the comments. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you can hear just this particular part, because this is a very, very important part with the sample. If you can hear when the brightness of the piano comes in and then it kind of drowns out the sample, versus when you take off the brightness, when you do your EQ and you take off the brightness of the piano, all of a sudden the sample shines through. So let me know in the comments if you can hear that. Rewind this part if you need to. Let me know if you can hear that. All right, now let's get into some drums on the track. We're gonna go to our kit here. Done the drum kit. We're gonna find some nice samples in there, some nice drums in there, so we can do that. percussion sounds have to be on point. If you notice on the grid, look at my percussion sounds. I got one right here. I got another one right here. I'm putting them in spaces where nothing is. See, I got 3 right here. Nothing is in this space right here, so I can put some percussion sounds here. Nothing is in this space right here, so I can put some percussion sounds here. You see what I'm saying? Nothing is in the space up here, so I can put a few percussion sounds here. So you pick out spaces on the grid where nothing is conflicting with them, and you drop them in those little places, and you'll be surprised at what you can come out with. Check it out. Gonna cut the video here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys get a good understanding of what I do when I make my sample beats, what I do when I lay my filters down, what I do when I EQ my samples, all that good stuff like that. That way you guys can get a good understanding of what goes into making my sample beats. The good thing about making sample-based production is that it's your taste. It's what you want to do, how you want to flip the sample, how you want to drop the sample, anything you want to do to it that makes it authentic to you. So just have fun with it, be creative, use some of these tips that you saw here, and I can promise you, you're going to come out with some type of heat. Make sure you guys are following my Instagram page at The Drink King, and also follow my new Instagram page at Purple World Beats. You don't want to miss out on the beat snippets that I post there all the time. Thank you guys again for tuning in. This is the kid DZD, aka The Drink King, live from the Dungeon Palace Studios, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.